Wait, are you on 1P?
Yeah, I'm on one side, so I'll be tapping down.
Oh. Wait, I don't think you can do it on 1P.
Really?
Yeah. Well, wait, you do it to me? Okay, do it again. Yeah, you can't do it on 1P. So wait, let me do this.
You can't step it if you're on that side?
Yeah. Try to me now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why does that make sense? So
Because
if you don't step right, I'll be stepping
this
up.
puts you in crouching. This puts you in crouching state on block, right? So when you're in crouching state, you tap down. You stay crouching.
It's still registering as block, yeah, or like ducking.
No, but
so if you try it over
crouching
here,
state. Yeah.
Okay, so you try it now. Wow.
Yeah. So
So
the
that
thing
whole
that's
entire
stupid
time I thought I was ass.
yeah, but so the thing is that's a Tekken 7 change because you don't know what side your opponent's on anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like right now we're both on 1P, but we're not actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's really bizarre. Like
that's so crazy. So all that time when I've been getting hit by it, like do that again. Do while standing forward, off the Dragon Hammer. It's like so. This whole time I thought my time was off.
No, yeah, I didn't realize that our sides are swapped. So yeah, since we're both playing a 1P. God, that sucks so bad.
So
yeah,
I wonder,
like, did that.
So on this side, let me try that one more time.
Oh yeah. So on this side you can't do it.
Yeah, because he's not even attempting to start. It's like it's just keeping me down.
But after you block the wall stand for, you can sidestep right to DSS. See?
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's almost like, would I be better off learning how to play on the left side then for this particular scenario?
No, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, in general, you don't want to step the wall stand forward. You want to step the follow up. So like if you step the wall stand forward, that's great, right? But all the DSS options, only the 1+2 and the forward 2 track that way. So watch. Go after I do wall stand forward, just step to your right, right?
I guess I was late on that.
Just try again. Maybe it's better than I thought. You see what I'm saying? And then
yeah, I wonder if that's just like a timing thing for me then.
No, you can step it every time.
Because I feel like right there I'm getting clipped. I feel like I'm doing the same thing as when I don't get hit.
It's practice. Because the DSS is like variable too, right? See?
Yeah, see the thing I wonder about that is like I just wonder how late I am and like how to get it all the way on time. Because I get hit by that stuff sometimes. I'm like, I swear I'm trying to step it. Yeah, I guess
you gotta go to practice mode. And like, so what you have to do is you go to practice mode, you record all the options, and you just practice time to sidestep on it. Because you can literally step everything except for DSS 3, right? Because DSS 3 is a homing attack, right? So if I do this, then what you have to do is you have to sidestep and duck. So sidestep duck beats everything except for DSS forward 2 and DSS 1+2, the nunchuck. Everything else loses to sidestep duck.
So the only thing about that, a sidestep duck, is like, the only thing about a sidestep duck in that scenario, you're not looking to punish, you're just looking to evade.
Yeah, but the thing is, once it evades, you launch. Because if you always do sidestep duck, you can do wall stand 2 on all the punishes, basically. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, and this is why Law sucks at the highest level of the game. Because at the highest level of the game, everyone knows how to do this, and then you're just dead. You can't use DSS anymore.
See, this is the shit I be wanting to tighten up, because it's like, even when I'm playing against certain characters who I know that things look pretty linear, and I try to step, I always get clipped, and I never understand like why I'm getting clipped. Because I think me and Perfect Legend was just having a conversation about that yesterday. We were pretty much saying like, why does it seem like the tracking is so much higher in this game compared to Tekken 7? And they said they buffed it, but I feel like you shouldn't get hit by things that don't have the white tracking. But at the same time, I wonder if it's just my timing. And maybe it could be my timing because it's like I've been on 1P side and didn't think about the whole duck thing.
So before they added the homing attacks in the game, Tekken always had moves that would track in one direction and not the other. So before homing attacks existed, you had to know which of your moves tracked in whichever direction. So you would have to say like, all right, I know he's stepping to my left, so I have to use back 1 to track that way. If he's stepping to my right, I got to use back 2 to track that way. And like, so that's what I used to do with Law back in like Tekken 5 DR. And then of course they added Law has a great homing move with back 4, right? It's like short range, but it's fantastic, right? So you can stop people from sidestep whenever you want. Other characters don't have that option. So if you just kind of have to see what moves your opponent is using and then know which way they're tracking and then call out that move and step it in the correct direction.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's like, I'm just trying to, I guess it's like a philosophical thing, because even like when I got the Tekken King, I don't feel like I'm going to just like be guaranteed to be in there. What just happened? Did you?
I just exited out.
Oh, okay, I was wondering. I was like, it went black and it didn't pop back up, so I thought like the game had like froze or something like that. But no, like the thing I was always wondering is just kind of like philosophically, how do I get past Tekken King? Because I'm like, I know I don't like I beat God of Destructions and Tekken Gods before, but I don't beat them enough consistently. And I'm like, I know that everybody has their own play style, but like all of you guys cruise the God of Destruction with no problem. Like all the guys who were good in Tekken 7, I still great in Tekken 8. I mean you're there though.
Get up there. It depends who you're playing against, you know. Like if I'm running to glaciating and speed kicks, I'm not getting it. You know, if it's glaciating, shadow, speed kicks, I'm not getting God of Destruction. But if I'm playing like guys who are below me in rank, then yeah, I'll get God of Destruction. It's just a grind, right? So, you know, the rank system isn't the best. I wouldn't like be too concerned about it. Because like I said, it is about the opponents, but you just have to play a lot and eventually you get better. And when you get good enough, you're gonna rank up eventually. That's just how it works.
Yeah, because I feel like on one hand, like I've been wanting to go into casual lately and just focus on that to like focus on habits. But then it's like, you know, you get to winning in casual. It's like, okay, I can take some of this to rank. But then you go to rank and have a slide. Because like this past week, I've been losing a lot, man. Like to the point where I was asking myself, like, am I getting worse? Like I thought I was pretty solid, but lately, like I had pretty much I slid down to Kishin today, and I just got back to Bushin like today. But I was in Tekken King and slid all the way down to Kishin like a 4-day period.
I try to tell people not to pay attention to ranked. What your actual rank is. Like that part, if you're paying attention to it, it's gonna affect the way you play. And like it's impossible to not pay attention to it because the game puts up these big ass sliders and you see your stupid thing moving back and forth and everything, right? I think that has a negative effect on people. I wish there was an option or a mod to disable that completely, because that way you'd be like, all right, I'm just playing, you know, I'm just learning from each match, because that's the most important thing. I think a lot of people, including myself, get caught up on the rank and seeing the bar move up and down rather than like what went wrong in the game, and like using the replay tools and like checking out could I have sidestepped that, could I have blocked and punched that, could I have ducked that string, you know, what could I have done there. So I feel like defensively Tekken offers you a lot of options and you just have to spend the time to go look at it, but most people don't want to do that. It's effort.
Do you have like a system, like a systematic way that you go? Like, let's say, like for instance, like Heihachi just came on and he has some new attacks that you're not familiar with. Do you have an actual system that you use for each character, or is it more so about what am I just getting hit by in this particular matchup, or do you have a system that you use for everyone?
For example, like Heihachi has this new stance, right? It's a Fujin stance and Raijin stance, right? But Fujin is the main one he goes into, and you know that there are like 4 options out of that. I think it is maybe 5 with the throw. So you're like, all right, cool. Like, I don't know what these options are, so I need to go find out, right? So then I'm like, I pick Heihachi, I go into practice mode, I go into Fujin stats, I'm like, all right, what is this 1-1 thing? Oh, it's a 2-hit string, you know, this is kind of duck second hit or whatever. What's the 2 option? Oh, okay, how bad is this on block? You know, what's the 3 option? What's the 4 option, right? Oh, and then there's a throw. You can't break the throw. You have to duck the throw. Okay, that means that XYZ happens. And then you're like, all right, cool. Well, can I sidestep right, let's say? Like sidestep right, oh, it worked on this option, it worked on that option, it works on that option, it works on that option, it just doesn't work against the throw. Okay, cool. So now I have an option for if he goes into Fujin stance, right? Now I still don't know what moves go into Fujin stance, so I'll learn that in time. But at least now I have some kind of answer rather than like, you know, can I mash? Like that's something I check too. Like the first time if I just went online and I played against a Heihachi and I didn't test yet, and I saw him going to stance, I'm like, what do I do there? Like I would block, see what he does out of it, and then say, all right, can I hit a button there? And of course, you test your fastest button, like either a stand jab or a down jab. Like, all right, I can down jab there, or I can't down jab. He has a low crush or whatever, you know. So you just got to test and figure it out. Like there's no shortcuts really. People put out little guides. I think Appley is one of the guys who puts out these like, you know, tips you should know about XYZ character, and like you go look at those and you try to learn little things. But outside of that, it's just a lot of trial and error and time spent in the lab figuring stuff out. It's not a game you get good at quickly.
Yeah, because the thing you said about ranked, I think the thin line is like you want to get better by like practicing, right? And so you feel like that maybe you're practicing things in casual and that they work. And then so if you get into ranked and you lose like, let's say 2,000 points in a day because you're just having a rough day, on one hand it's like, okay, I'm losing rank, so that's annoying. But on the flip side, it's also like, well, damn it, am I not learning because I'm losing in rank? So it's like it's almost like a chicken and egg theory when it comes to that. Because that's how I feel about it sometimes. Like,
you got to ignore the points completely. Like it's so hard to do, I know, but like you really have to, and you really have to say the points don't matter. You know, like if you get it to mode like 2,000 points, right? Like I don't even know what that number is. I don't even pay attention to it. I just know it's going down, right? But if that happens, you say, okay, well, I got my ass kicked today. You know, like you could, if you want to actually improve, you should go and look at the replays you know, like the matches that you lost, like look at the moment that cost you the match, right? Like, why did he get that launcher in that situation? Why did I get hit by that heat engager? You know, why, etc. Right? And if you can say, I'm not going to let that happen again, like, or how do I prevent that from happening again? What could I have done differently? And like, just try to learn from each one of those moments. Like over time, that just adds up, and then you're a different player. You know, so it takes time. It's not something that's going to come to you really quick. It's not like, oh, I just need to, you know, attack when I'm plus. You know, it's never that simple, right? Or like at the end of the round, I need to go low more. It's never that simple. So it's more about like, oh, when this character hit me with this thing, I responded by doing this, and that's bad, you know? And so I shouldn't do that in this case, you know? Like, you got to learn from those kind of instances.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think, like, in our case.
Like,
yeah, like
down
in
by
our
3
case
or
right now.
like stump.
Yeah, like, I'll just tell, like, some examples from our set right now, right? We just played, like, a billion games. Running 3 and legend kick, right? That will not work at the high ranks. If I did that on speed kicks or something, I would get killed, right? He would look for the DSS startup, and then he would try to duck the legend kick and kill me for it. And I would like lose to that, like I would say probably 80% of the time. You know, like it would be not in my favor. But against you, it's like 90% in my favor, right? So you can get the wrong impression from rank as well. Be like, oh, I'm getting away with this a lot, so this is what I should do, right? And so you learn as you move up the ranks, like why, and as you get higher ranked when things aren't working, that's when you got to say like, oh, I got to reassess this. You know, at the lowest ranks, people do Dragon Tails, right? I was like, oh, it works. You know, and then they move up to like, I don't know, whatever, and like blue ranks, and they're like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. I guess I have to learn how to not use that move anymore. So it's that kind of learning process the whole way up, basically.
See, the funny thing about you saying that is that I've played some lower level laws like at times, and you always anticipate that the average law player will do like the smart stuff. I'll get hit by Dragon Tails on occasion because I'm just so surprised he was actually willing to press it, because I never press it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or then like when you talk about like habits that are working certain levels, like on Tekken King, I do like a lot of sidestep 3-4. I landed that shit twice on Ninja, and he took that shit away from me 50 matches in a row after that. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was like, oh, I really can't do this. But I mean, nobody punishes me for this, so like, I didn't even have an inclination that it was negative because nobody ever stops me from doing it.
Yeah, I mean that kind of thing. You know, like I said, you got to learn, and Tekken's a hard game to learn, and you got to play better players. So, I mean, you got the right idea. You know, asking people and getting some games in and learning, hopefully learning, figuring out where your holds are and what you're losing to. Like in this case, like there's a lot of games where it's hard to go back and look at, right? Like a specific moment that cost you something. But in a rank set, now they added that option after the game. It says like look at replay or whatever. So as soon as you lose the game, if it was some weird shit that happened, like or like he kept on using a stance on you, right? Like just go watch the replay and then take over control and be like, could I have sidestep here? Could I have ducked here? You know, like that kind of thing helps a lot. And like everyone's too lazy to do it because they just want to get more games in, right, and keep learning.
Yeah,
so
for sure,
it's definitely how much effort you want to put into it.